Your most lasting impression is your first impression. That's why more and more people are taking control of their appearance, and with that, control of their hair loss. Now, I don't have a hair loss problem, but I think you would agree, if I did and chose to ignore it, it certainly could affect my career. Hi, I'm Dave Travato. Until recently, losing their hair was one challenge men and women could do very little about. That is, until the Images intrastrand process was born. You see, for years, men and women had to settle for ineffective hair growing lotions, artificial-looking toupees, and even painful, risky surgery. Alternatives that offered tempting promises and often disappointing results. The stories you're about to see may change the way you look and feel about yourself, and also how others look and feel about you. We begin our story with Don Ozendowski, a college student. Don found his hair loss dramatically affected his social life and caused him to avoid the activities he once loved.
When I first started losing my hair, I guess I was about 19 years old, and by the time I was 21, it really started to be getting noticeable, to the point where my friends were starting to comment on it and making jokes, and then I started really feeling self-conscious. I'm a very active person. I water ski, I jet ski, and the reason I'm so good is because I never wanted to fall in the water, because I didn't want to get my hair wet. And when I rode a motorcycle, I'd always keep my helmet on, because there's no way. Once I took my helmet off, I was shot. I mean, my hair was just completely flattened down, and you can just see my scalp. After I got the process, I can go back doing all these things. I mean, I felt like I was reborn again. I mean, it was tremendous. Now I'm jet skiing, water skiing. I jumped right in the water. Before, I didn't even want to go in the water, because my hair would get wet, and you would see my scalp. And that was a horrible feeling. Now I can't tell you how much it means to me that these guys from Images International helped me out. Whenever me and my girlfriend would go out, I would pick a corner table or a table without any bright lights, because I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be seen. My girlfriend looked very pretty, and to me, I felt actually ugly because I was losing my hair. And it didn't seem to bother her at all that I was losing my hair, but I knew I could look that much better and feel that much better around her. Images International was the best move I have ever made. I mean, when I got out, my friends couldn't stop raving about how great my hair looked. And before, they were joking around and making fun of me. And I thought when I got out, they were going to tease me about getting my hair back. But it looked so tremendous and so natural that they did nothing but rave about it. And that made me feel real good. I mean, there's not a greater feeling to me than getting my hair back. I mean, it bothered me for so long. Now I know I don't have to worry about it again for the rest of my life, and that's just the greatest feeling of all.
To receive more information about the Images intrastrand process, call the toll-free number on your screen now for your free brochure.
Appearance is all important when you're in the public eye. Meet William Turk, a prominent attorney and former member of the Maryland House of Delegates. Bill demands the best for his clients and for himself.
I would probably spend 15, 20 minutes just brushing my hair, combing it over, spraying it, trying to get it, just to try to get it right. And being an attorney, I'm on the go. I'm a trial lawyer. I'm in court a lot. I might try 2 or 3 cases all over the state of Maryland. And my time is valuable, and I don't have time during the day to stop somewhere, go to my office and brush my hair. I get up in the morning, I take a shower, I comb my hair, and I'm off.
When I went in for a consultation with Bill at Images, they were great. They understood because they had the problem also. And I really liked that they included the wife, because, I mean, he could have went all by himself and did this and came home and said, hey, look at me, but I was included. They asked for me to be there.
I've tried chemicals, I've tried lotions. What impressed me was this was a non-surgical process. No chemicals, nothing that was unsafe. A safe environment, a safe process.
When I first saw Bill, I couldn't find Bill. We went to a restaurant to celebrate, and I went to go get the car, and he was paying the bill, and he was standing at the front door of the restaurant, and I pulled up, and there were some other people walking around and going in and out, and I couldn't find Bill right away.
Yeah, that's right, I remember.
He looked so good.
She didn't know it was me. I mean, I'm standing there, I'm looking at her, she's looking at me.
He had to wave at me for me to...
I waved her down, I said, come back, because she didn't realize it was me, like the new me.
I had a new husband.
Now you too can join many of our satisfied clients, free to enjoy life again, confident and in control. If you would like more information about the Images Intrastrand process, call the toll-free number on your screen now for your free brochure. Images, not just a name, but a promise.
Hair loss should not limit an active lifestyle. Meet Mike Capo, who works hard at looking his best. Mike would not settle for anything less than the Images process.
I was amazed. I couldn't believe how easy this process really was. I'm an active kind of guy. I like to play basketball, jog. I just enjoy the outdoors in general. And I like the finer things in life. A good home, a nice car, dining out. But no matter how much of those enjoyments I had, I didn't enjoy myself because I didn't like the way I looked. My hair loss really bothered me that much. But not after I went to Images International. I don't worry about that anymore. I feel great about myself. I guess I tried everything a guy would try who's losing his hair. You try to get the brush and you're styling it a little bit to get, cover the balding spot. You wear a cap to cover the hair. You go get the lotions and the shampoos. You even try doctors and dermatologists. Me, I even went to the extent of getting hair transplants. That was a disaster. But finally, after all my searching, I discovered Images International. They gave me exactly what I wanted. Hassle-free, trouble-free. I love it.
I am a hairstylist, and I was rather amazed when Mike had to tell me. I had absolutely no idea, having gone out with him swimming, picnics, barbecues, jogging in the morning. I had absolutely no idea. And the blending and everything that when he had told me about it, I was extremely curious. I would recommend, as a professional hairstylist, that anyone go see Images International. The natural look that they gave Michael, nobody can tell, not even a hairstylist.
I knew there had to be something out there, and I'm glad I didn't give up, because I learned something from all of this. If you really want something bad enough, like if you really want to improve yourself, you'll find a way. I found a way. I lived my life with confidence, and I found my way at Images International.
To receive more information about the Images Intrastrand process, call the toll-free number on your screen now for your free brochure.
You might not think that Ray Sidner, a former professional football player, would worry about his hair loss. After all, how could a man like him suffer insecurities? Here's Ray's story.
Being a former professional football player, I come from a macho background. And not only that, professional athletes, we're like very confident people. Now, I said to myself, how could I be bothered by hair loss? But the bottom line is that I was. Now, and I might say to you, I might say to someone else, no, I'm fine, and I might try to walk around and hide it on the outside, but on the inside, it was eating me alive. Men, it's hard for us to go in and talk to someone about hair loss and doing something about our appearance. When I went into Images International, the guy, the consultant there, he understood. I mean, he had been through what I had been through, what I was going through. What impressed me most about Images International was the flexibility they gave me with my hairstyles. I was living in the dark ages. I felt very restricted in my hairstyles. I felt like All the time I wore the same hairstyle, and I wanted to change. I have the 90s look now, okay? As you can see, I have a fade. I've always wanted a fade, but I could never do it, not with my hair gone on the top. That old guy, he's dead. This is the new Ray Sidnor, and I like him. And you know what? I like the way he looks. If you're losing your hair, and if you're frustrated, like I was, I tell you what, you don't have to be that way anymore. You know, I know the fears that you have. I had them, but I had to take the first step.
See how much fun life can be. These men are enjoying their active, youthful lifestyle. Men who used to worry about their hair until they discovered the Images intrastrand process. Now you too can join many of our satisfied clients, free to enjoy life again, confident and in control. If you would like more information about the Images intrastrand process, call the toll-free number on your screen now for your free brochure. Images, not just a name, but a promise.
Our next story is about an entertainer who can't afford not to look his best. Meet Danny Walsh.
One day a friend told me about Images International, and I decided to take the first step. I called, I made an appointment. I went into the office for a consultation, and it was just a very, very warm feeling as soon as I walked in. People look at me now and say, "What did you do? Did you shave your mustache? Did you shave your beard? You styled your hair differently." And I just answer yes to everything. I never had a mustache, I never had a beard, but I say yes. And it's great. My self-confidence level, I can feel it when I'm on stage, entertaining. And now I'm not doing it part-time. I'm doing it 7 nights a week, a different place every night.
Welcome to Mr. T's Friday Night's Highlights Party Machine from Oldies 98. That's me. My name's Danny. Here every Friday night for over 7 years. We give you dance music.
My self-confidence level is up. I feel better. I'm no longer standing in front of the mirror for an hour or 45 minutes, making sure that this is covered and that's covered, and it's just a snap to get ready to go wherever I want to go. Obviously, the people that are watching this program right now are bothered by hair loss or are interested in the different processes that are available. You have to take the first step. It may be difficult, but it's not. Believe me, I thought it was going to be a difficult step to take. It wasn't. I'm just sorry that I didn't do it a lot sooner.
To receive more information about the Images intrastrand process, call the toll-free number on your screen now for your free brochure.
Al Mann is proof that age is no reason not to look your best.
After I had the Images process done, it was amazing. My friends saw me, and it was almost as if it had never been done. And what's more, the company did the right thing for me. I just wanted a little bit of hair to cover that area. It happened just the way I wanted it to. My routine is simple in the morning. I just get up and I shower, shampoo, dry off. I'm on my way. It's simply the best decision that I could have ever made.
Tom and Steve Prentice are brothers. Together, they suffered the anxieties of hair loss. And together, they found the answer, the Images intrastrand process.
I tried a lot of lotions. You name it, I tried it. And I would be spending days putting these lotions in my scalp, hoping that it was gonna grow back my hair. And I'll always remember this. I can remember going to my brother Tom, and he would be standing over top of me and parting my hair and looking to see if I was growing hair, and we can laugh about it now.
First thing I did was I went to a payphone to give my brother Stephen a call. And I said, "Stephen, you got to meet me for dinner tonight." So that night I met him at the restaurant, and I'm sitting there waiting for him. And I'm looking around, and I see him walk in. And I see my brother, he's going like this, looking around for me, and I had to wave him over like this, and it looked like he took a look at me, but he didn't realize it was me. And finally, he saw me and walks over to the table. sits down, like it was like he was totally amazed. He even took off his glasses, sat down. He said, "Tom, you look fantastic." I said, "Stephen, you can answer your dreams now."
I'm very active. I like to play a lot of sports, and I remember I play a lot of hockey, and whenever I would remove my helmet, my perspiration, my scalp showed right through, and gee, there was my trusting ball cap right beside me. I would put it on, and then I felt better. It covered up my hair loss. But you know, you kid yourself. I mean, can you really go through the rest of your life wearing a ball cap? When I went out with a bunch of friends, it seemed like I would look around and admire guys with a full head of hair because they seemed to always get the women. I tended to stand back more, and I might see a girl that I might like to meet, but you know, if I went up and talked to her, I'm sure the first thing she would think was, "You're losing your hair." Having the images process done, I do everything. I'm more active now than I've ever been, and for me, it's like a breath of fresh air. I now enjoy meeting people.
I really owe Images International a heck of a lot. And the reason being for that is that my wife Paulette, who I feel I would have never met had I been sitting in that nightclub bald. For the simple reason that my wife is, I consider her to be an attractive woman. When I met her in the nightclub, it was something that, I mean, she may not have given me the time of day had I been sitting there bald. I mean, that's sad to say, but that's the reality of hair loss. It's that first impression. And obviously I must have given her a good first impression when I met her.
I'm totally behind my husband because, let's face it, we women out there, we're always doing something about our appearance. You know, we buy makeup, we color our hair, we do our nails, you know. So why shouldn't men? Why shouldn't men be the best that they can be? Why should they go through every day with all the frustrations of losing their hair? You know, I wouldn't do that if I was them, you know, and they have the opportunity to do something about it. Why shouldn't they? We all want to live our life to the fullest. I know I do. Why shouldn't my husband? Why shouldn't my husband be the best that he can be? You know, I love it, and I wouldn't want him to do anything else. I wouldn't want him to be without hair because I love it just the way he looks.
I really can't say enough about Images International. I mean, they've changed my life. And when I say changed my life, you know, I'd be on this camera 24 hours talking about Images International. I mean, they have really changed my life. As a matter of fact, my brother Stephen, I mean, he's in the same position I am now. It changed his life. And Images International, to me, has given me my youth back, my confidence. They're responsible for a lot of things I have to this day.
3 or 4 years ago, if you had said to me, "Steve, you're going to be sitting in front of a camera talking about your hair loss," I would have said, "You're crazy. You're out of your mind." But I feel so good. I felt compelled that I had to share this with someone because I feel so good about myself. And for me, I now know that I am the best that I can be.
See how much fun life can be. These men are enjoying their active, youthful lifestyle. Men who used to worry about their hair until they discovered the Images Intrastrand process. Now you too can join many of our satisfied clients, free to enjoy life again, confident and in control. If you would like more information about the Images Intrastrand process, call the toll-free number on your screen now for your free brochure. Images, not just a name, but a promise.
A successful businessman, Frank Carreri is living proof that the frustrations of hair loss affects all ages.
I had a lot of questions and a great deal of concern. My main concern is looking natural. Looking the way I did, say, 15 years ago, which I didn't think could be done. I didn't want to wear a hairstyle with a lot of bangs and things like that. I always wear my hair with a natural-looking hairline, and it's unbelievable. I mean, this is the way my hair was 20 years ago. Being in the nightclub business, I'd get dressed for good suits, ties every night, and and then and the last thing I do is look at my hair, and I felt incomplete. It just wasn't there. It wasn't 100%. I tried to compensate for my hair loss actually by letting my hair grow on one side longer and blow drying it in the morning, roughing it with a towel and getting it all in one place and spray it down real good. And when hope the wind didn't blow when I left the house. Actually, when I went to Ocean City, Maryland during the summer, walking on the boardwalk was an embarrassment. Because when the wind was coming in, and I was actually found myself walking backwards, so my hair wouldn't get messed up. And after that, then I started wearing a lot of hats. I had a collection of hats you wouldn't believe. It was unbelievable. And I don't even like hats. Well, my daily routine now is I get up in the morning and shave, shower, comb my hair, and I'm basically on my way. Prior to Images International, I would get up in the morning, I would spend an hour trying to fix something that wasn't there. Now it's back to normal. It's back to 20 years ago. And I couldn't be any happier than I am today, thanks to Images International. They sincerely did a great job. I'm convinced now that I swim, I jog, I swim daily, every day. There's no maintenance at all. I mean, it's just, I get a haircut every 5-6 weeks, and that's about it. And it really worked out fine for me. Sorry I waited this long. It was just too long. I should have did this 20 years ago. I'd have been a happier man today.
To receive more information about the Images Intrastrand process, call the toll-free number on your screen now for your free brochure.
Always on the go, Kirk Jessen's time is too valuable for him to be concerned about his hair loss. Here's how Kirk solved that problem.
In my position, I'm the general manager of a kitchen cabinet company. As well, I have a hobby on the side. I race standard-bred racehorses. Two very diverse segments of my life, but it keeps me very active, and I really don't have the time to spend in front of the mirror trying to make myself look good after being out at the farm and going into the office. So it really becomes a situation whereby with the Images process, I get up in the morning, I have a shower, and boom, I'm out the door and I'm ready to move into that next segment of my life. I think the initial realization that I had a hair loss problem occurred when I was looking back at old horse pictures that I had. I was standing in the winner's circle, standing at my horse's head, and all I could see was the reflection of the sun off my forehead. At that point in time, I realized that, I really have a serious hair loss problem here. What can I do about it? Now, a friend at that point in time suggested Images International, and ever since we've become affiliated, they've given me the type of confidence that I need to lead an active lifestyle and really have an appearance that I'm comfortable with at the best of times. The day that I had the Images International process done was really a turning point in my life. I walked home, I looked in the mirror when I got home, and boy, there was a whole new Kirk. It really was a momentous day for me. My friends commented that, it took years off my life. I would say up to 10 years. Now I'm 33 years old. I still get mistaken for a 20-year-old, which to me is the ultimate compliment. And I owe all this to Images International. They've given me a new outlook on life, a new confidence. I can go about my daily business and really be the person I want to be.
I'm a police officer, and my fellow officers that I work with would laugh and joke about my thinning hair. And even though I would laugh with them, inside it hurt. But with the process, I feel more confident being out in the public. And in fact, the fellow officers that used to joke about it have now said how good it looks, and that makes me feel good. In dealing with the citizens on certain incidents, I would walk away thinking that they were commenting about my thin hair. And in some situations, I would wear a hat. And with that hat, I would have a lot of confidence in dealing with the public because my bald spots would be hidden. And when I would take the hat off, I really would just rather stay in the patrol car as opposed to getting out. I guess it was late one night when my wife Joanne and I were watching TV and we saw the Images process. And I looked at that and I said, look how great those guys look. And I wanted to be a part of that. That's what I wanted. So I said to Joanne, we've got to check this out.
No matter how Gordon looks, I love him. What matters to me is how Gordon feels about Gordon. Being a police officer is very frustrating. And yet he would come home and he would complain and he would be frustrated about how his hair looked and how he thought everyone was making fun of him. Since we visited Images, He now has the confidence that he needs in life to be a great dad, a good husband, and a wonderful police officer.
I never thought about my hair because it feels so natural, it looks natural, and it's the last thing on my mind. I don't have to worry about it. I love it.
As you have just seen, these men all share the joy of the outdoors, confident and proud. They, along with many women, have discovered the Images Intrastrand process. Their hair is totally natural, and they're free to live a normal, active lifestyle. These men weren't afraid to take that first step. So call the toll-free number on your screen anytime to get your free brochure and discover for yourself what these men already have: confidence and pride. You know, it's nice to be able to enjoy nature free from worry and to have that feeling of pride. At Images International, we believe in that feeling.
There's not a greater feeling to me than getting my hair back. I mean, it bothered me for so long. Now I know I don't have to worry about it again for the rest of my life. And that's just the greatest feeling of all.
What impressed me was this was a non-surgical process. No chemicals, nothing that was unsafe. A safe environment, a safe process.
If you really want something bad enough, like if you really want to improve yourself, you'll find a way. I found a way. I lived my life with confidence. And I found my way at Images International.
If you're losing your hair, and if you're frustrated, like I was, I tell you what, you don't have to be that way anymore. You know, I know the fears that you have. I had them, but I had to take the first step.
If any women out there have that special man in their life, call for them. It'll be the best gift you can ever give them. Call Images International.
I really can't say enough about Images International. I mean, they've changed my life. And Images International, to me, has given me my youth back, my confidence. They're responsible for a lot of things I have to this day.
I no longer think about my hair anymore. I have the confidence. I can walk up to anyone and know that I look the best that I possibly can, and I like that. I feel great about that.
There's no maintenance at all. I mean, it's just, I get a haircut every 5-6 weeks, and that's about it. And it really worked out fine for me. Sorry I waited this long. It was just too long. I should have did this 20 years ago. I'd have been a happier man today.
You have to take the first step. It may be difficult, but it's not. Believe me, I thought it was going to be a difficult step to take. It wasn't. I'm just sorry that I didn't do it a lot sooner.
Now I'm 33 years old. I still get mistaken for a 20-year-old, which to me is the ultimate compliment. And I owe all this to Images International. They've given me a new outlook on life, a new confidence. I can go about my daily business and really be the person I want to be.
Images, not just a name, but a promise. To receive more information about the Images Intrastrand process, call the toll-free number on your screen now for your free brochure.
I was very skeptical, but I decided to go down there anyway. When I got down there, I couldn't believe how great these guys looked. I mean, they looked so good, I didn't believe they actually had anything done. They actually had to show me a before picture of them when they were bald for me to believe they had actually had something done. And right then and there, I was very excited. But I had a lot of questions. Can I water ski? I'm very active. I play sports. Can I do all these things? Am I going to have any maintenance visits? They assured me that there's virtually no maintenance at all, and I can do everything I want. There's no limitations to the things I can do.
I don't care now if I fall in the waters, because when I come out, I look the same. Same appearance, never having to adjust my hair, comb anything back. When I get out of the water, I get right back on the wave runner, and I keep the pace with the kids.
I'm an active kind of guy. I like to play basketball, jog. I just enjoy the outdoors in general. And I like the finer things in life. A good home, a nice car, dining out. But no matter how much of those enjoyments I had, I didn't enjoy myself because I didn't like the way I looked. My hair loss really bothered me that much. But not after I went to Images International. I don't worry about that anymore. I feel great about myself.